All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. Today we have Alfonso Wells from Just Tag Me Photography. Alfonso, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So, I mean, I guess just tell us a little bit about your journey as a photographer and some of the types of work that you do.
Yeah, so my journey started with maybe 4 years ago. My mom had bought me a camera for Christmas. It was I think it was a TI6. And then I kind of just kept it in the bag, and I didn't ask her. She just happened to buy one for me and my brother. And then around that February, there's a guy on our street at the time, and he was a professional photographer, and he came over to do a maternity shoot for our daughter. And I was like, oh well, while he has his camera out, even though his camera's better than mine, I can learn some stuff. So my wife was shooting some of her shots, and then I would like stand next to him, and then he would like, hey, put it on this setting, put it on this setting, and then the pictures came out decent. So then I also was like, it's still his looked better than mine, I guess, because he had a flash, and then he had a he had a obviously I had a standard lens that comes with the camera, and he had a Tamron 45 millimeter. So I was asking him why does his pictures look better, and then he went to the lens and then talked about the camera. So then, long story short, after the shoot, I learned some settings, went outside, started shooting leaves, things like that. Then started practicing. I actually went to go buy the same lens he did. Start practicing like with my friends and family. Then next thing you know, I got my first photo shoot, and then that's how I went. I do all kinds of shoots now. I started off doing portraits, and then I do weddings. My first wedding, I was obviously nervous, but now I do everything. So
Yeah, for sure. What was that first wedding like for you?
I actually asked my brother to come with me. He's never he he was a beginner also. So it was like got on Google, was like, okay, what shots do people want? Talk to the bride, what shots does she want? And then um I just took way more shots than what's needed. So that way, if something's not right, like not in focus, I at least have some good photos. And then I was told him like, hey, just shoot from this angle, just press the button. So it was nerve wracking, but it got the job done. It got some good pictures. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
How many weddings have you done since then?
I don't know,
A lot.
maybe 20 something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you booking up a lot for next year so far?
Uh, my weddings usually come maybe around early, like January, February, and then it'd be like for that summer. So it's
Yeah,
starting to come in now, though. But yeah, yeah, yes,
gotcha.
sir.
What's one of your favorite weddings that you've done that you've shot at?
Um, I have a few. I always like it when it's like usually at like a golf club, and then it's like around the sunset, because
Hmm.
then the pictures come out beautiful and they're like amazed by them. But I mean, I could say that all of the weddings have been different experiences. The people, from the people to the reception, and how they make you feel. So I can't say I have a favorite one.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. What I guess when you do a wedding and you're talking with the bride or the groom beforehand, um, what's kind of your I guess pitch or proposition that you offer brides that, what do they get when they book you versus someone else, if that makes sense?
Then I'm very flexible. So whether it's their budget that I could be flexible with, and then also the amount of pictures that I'll be flexible with as well. So if it's like, let's say it's a 10-hour wedding and we agree on 1,200 photos or whatever, and then I end up taking 1,700 photos, like I'll usually just give that to them. Like and I'll tell them, hey, like, I know we agreed on this amount of pictures, but I will, if there's extra, I'll definitely just give those to you as well. And
Yeah.
then if you don't like how I edited something, maybe like you don't like the warmth on this picture, I was like, you could just let me know. So I'm flexible with it. Um, and then pretty much just whatever they need, I'm there. So even when I'm there, I'm not just a photographer. If they need to, help me, they need help moving tables, I'll move some tables. So yeah, I'm pretty much the jack of all trades when I'm there. But yeah,
Yeah. No, I like it. It's giving that, that extra goodwill and just that flexibility. Um, yeah, that's great. That's great. I guess okay, so I know we're, getting towards the end of our time here, but one question I like to ask at the end is, if you're talking to a bride or a groom and who's currently planning a wedding, maybe they have their venue, they have their planner, different things like that picked out, but they're looking for a photographer and they're looking to select one. Um, any advice that you give for someone in that position, someone who's looking to hire the right photographer for their wedding?
I would say talk to the different people, see how you like it. Take a look at their pictures. People, there's so many good photographers out there, but there's different styles. So some people like the warm style, some people like it when it's nice and bright, some people like it when it's very colorful. And then also keep in mind that depending on what time of day you're getting married and outside can change the picture. So if you want a nice colorful sunset, you're
Yeah,
gonna have to get married a little a little later in the afternoon versus if you get married when the sun is 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Not saying that you can't get good pictures, but it's like it's a little harsh, so it's a little bit more difficult to get certain yeah, that's what I
yeah,
would tell them to.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Schedule is definitely an underrated aspect of wedding planning that, not schedule in itself because people do, obviously
Yeah.
work on schedule a lot, but how schedule relates to photography and how it will influence that honestly just as much as something like the weather or even the venue that you choose. So that's great advice. So Alfonso Wells, everyone, thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it, brother. Um,
Thank you.
and yeah, I'll drop his website and Instagram below so you can check him out there.
Thank you.